Hello, everybody. Stephanie here. Greetings from my office with the big, huge, bright lights overhead that I cannot stand. So, coming to you live. I know it's been a while. Shout out to my friend Artie. I told you it wouldn't be much longer. Every time I run into him at the Y, he's like, I haven't seen your face lately. And I say to him, I know it has been busy is the understatement of the century. And I really have thought about it on a day. Hey, Vicky, I have been thinking about this on the daily about I need to come live. And let me just tell you that I'm a hot mess. I'm a hot mess right now, and I said, I don't even care. It's been too long, and I want to catch everybody up with all of the things. And so that's what today's vlog is titled, is all of the things. So a friend of mine, one of my first friends that I met along my year of yoga, has been coming to Life Spring Studio where I'm at, and she said to me the other morning, it's not May, it's Mayhem. And so Suzanne, you're so right, it's spot on. And I just keep reminding myself of that some people say the holidays are a busy time, but for us and our family, October, it seems to be intense, and May is always like, it's like running the marathon, as if we can get through this. And as the kids get older, it just, I know, I keep hearing, I know this is just like a record to most of you all, it just gets more intense. So over just the last couple weeks, we had an all-county strings performance, an art gala, we had, we have baseball, so we have 3 kids playing baseball, 2 different teams, thankfully just 2 teams, ballet, and then, woo woo, I completed my yoga teacher training, my 200-hour teacher training, not last weekend, but the weekend before last. And then last weekend we did open house at both of our, hello Artie, there you are, we did open house at both of our yoga studios in Taste Valley and here in Canal City. And so it's been insane trying to keep up with everything, keep everybody not just sustained but alive, getting from place to place. And we're still gearing up for 5th grade trip, dance recital, 5th grade graduation, for lack of a better word. It's the banquet, but let's call it what it is. The 5th grade graduation and a kindergarten celebration. And so let me just say this. I've said this to the people when we were at Art Gala, that I was a puddle of tears that night and they needed a mop to get me out of there. And if that's any indication of what those 2 celebrations, banquet, whatever you want to call it, graduations, are going to be like, we're going to need flotation devices, because I'm going to have a flood. And you know what? I'm not going to hold the tears back. So I've been working with the 5th graders. I'm totally going somewhere I didn't mean to, and I don't have a whole lot of time before my phone dies. But I've been working with the 5th graders on a book this whole year at school, and it's a work of love. And I did this last year with Jonah's 1st grade class, and I really wanted to do this with Jacob's 5th grade class before they left transition to middle school. If I keep saying it, it will become more acceptable. And half of that class I have been with since preschool. I was the intern counselor whenever they were in preschool. And like writing this book, it really was, we first started with, what would you, write yourself a letter, title it Dear Younger Me, and what would you tell your younger self, maybe about going into 5th grade, or some of the things that you might have been afraid of before that you're not afraid of now. And like they had no idea that we would turn this into a book. And I'm not going to give away the whole book, but it was just wonderful how it has helped them. I hope it helps them transition through this big change, moving from elementary school to middle school. And so on the top of all of those other emotional things, the very last day of school, we do the 5th grade walk, the final walk. And so everybody lines the hallway as those guys take their last walk out the doors as students. I could get emotional talking about it now. And every year I have cried, and every year what I have noticed is that they zoom through. They do not take time to absorb and process and just be present in the moment. And guys, we all do this. We don't want to feel the feelings. For some reason, we think that feelings were going to kill us. And so when we used to do event planning, I would tell my brides that when the doors open for them to walk down the aisle, that they stop, they take a deep breath, they look around, they smell, they take in every facet of the 5 senses into them before they take that first step, so that they're really present in that moment as they walk down the aisle. And this is what I've really been working with those fifth graders to do on that last day, because come on, tweens, they don't want to cry in front of everybody, and it's a tough time anyway. But anyway, I didn't mean to go into all that, but I'm saying that to you too, is that wouldn't it have been wonderful to have been taught to stay in the present moment, no matter how difficult or challenging it is, for that ability to find closure. I mean, goodness gracious. I mean, it really does allow us to find closure. So I'm holding it together with a little help from my friends and a whole lot of oils. So last week, the day before the gala, because I didn't plan on having this fifth grade book done until... It was called Doors, is what it's called. And we didn't plan on having it done until before the end of school. So I thought in my head I had a little longer. And then we decided to push the date to the art gala. And so it was crunch time those last couple days. And I really hadn't slept. And like writing the foreword to the book, it really just made all of it so very real for me. Something that I maybe have attempted to avoid all year, knowing that this is going to happen. And so I was walking in one day with the final draft, and the fifth grade, a couple of the fifth grade girls were like, "Miss Stephanie, you smell really good." And I said to them, I have on all of the oils. They looked at me really funny. I said, "No, I'm serious, all of the oils, because that is why I'm smiling and not crying right now." And so that's how I'm holding it together right now. But today, it just so happened that the fifth grade celebration, banquet, graduation, whatever we call it. I don't really like to call it graduation because they get one of those in high school, but that's what it is. It's their transition, their celebratory thing, their rite of passage, if you will. Got the invitation in the mail today. Jacob opened it and laid it on the table, and immediately tears sprang to my eyes. Then he pulls out the yearbook, and thanks, Miss Runyon, because the page I opened to was the last page. Once again, I had seen it in somebody else's yearbook that I opened, and I was like, no, I don't want to look at this right now. And so there it was. And now I'm up here in my office gathering baby pictures for you for the slideshow at this rite of passage. So to say I'm fragmented and scattered again is an understatement. To say it's been busy is an understatement. But I'm holding it, like I said, holding it together with the glue that is my friends, that is the time that I spend on my mat during my yoga class. Lots and lots of prayers, and lots and lots of oils. And, life is like this. And so if you don't know the ULA book, here, it just so happens that it's right here. If you do not know the ULA book, Finding Balance in an Unbalanced World, they talk about the 7 areas of our life: fun, family, friendships, fitness, finance, fields, faith, and I'm probably missing one. Somebody will call me on it later. But those are all the areas that our life that are faceted. And, we are extremely complex individuals and people, and yet there is a way to have some type of simplicity in the life. And, for me, like I said, I just mentioned the glue that really helps me find the balance in all of those. And I say this all the time for folks, especially when we're in pigeon posture. And so those of you who are my students that come to my classes, I say this every time, is that when we take that deep breath, it'll move really easily down that one side. But once you square those hips, make that little tiny tweak internally, all of a sudden the breath moves equally in balance down both sides. And it's a very good reminder that sometimes all it takes is a little tweak to find balance in all the things. And I don't know how it's happening. I know it's divine and it's beautiful, and I'm just staying present in the moment. We're in counseling, working on the relationship, and it is challenging. It is so raw because things are coming out that perhaps we didn't acknowledge before within ourselves, maybe in denial about, or, and we're both growing at such a rapid pace because of the work that we're doing individually. Guys, marriages are difficult, and, here's the thing. I have a piece about wherever it goes, and I think he does too. And so it's just, again, I feel like that time spent in that office as well is a glue for what's holding it all together, because it is allowing me to watch the progression and the process that we go through in all areas of our life. And so it's all these lessons that I'm learning in different facets can be applied in the other areas. So really encourage you to do that. And so now I'm taking so much time and my phone's going to die, and I want to be able to save this to post on the YouTube channel. So what am I using the most? Stress away. That's what I'm using the most. Rolling this stuff on like it was like it's stress away. So that's the biggest part that's holding me together. I have several of them lying here. I was talking about them on another thing just a minute ago. But again, I just want to encourage you all with all the things, you can still find balance. It is possible. It just takes a little tweak in the thoughts and the perception in the breath sometimes. So work on that breath. Make sure you're taking some deep calming breaths. Even if that's the only yoga that you do is from the pranayama, that is still yoga. And again, guys, for you who practice with me, if you're not breathing, you're not doing yoga. So that's the first step. So for those of you breathing, congratulations. Much love to you guys. Thank you for reaching out and checking on me. I promise to get back on a regular basis soon, but maybe not real soon because I just told you what is to come in my life. And so, but then if you see me floating down the road on a raft, a flowing river of tears, just throw me a Kleenex or a high five. Let me know that this is part of the life too. So much love to all of you guys. Legs out.